Hi, this is Todd. Today we are here at Silverdale Confederate Cemetery, just across the state line into Chattanooga, Tennessee. But we're just going to take a brief little walk. So sit back, relax, and let's go on our walk.
Cemetery walks. Come on a journey through the veil of time, where the voices of the lost in the silence chime. With every step, their stories rise through the mist where history lies. A cemetery walks will find their trace, unravel the lifetime can't erase. Cemetery walks, the past comes alive when history talks. Cemetery walks, the past comes alive when history talks.
History is not always found in grand monuments or famous battlefields. Sometimes it lies quietly, hidden just beyond the road, marked by weathered stone and the passage of time. Along the outskirts of Chattanooga, Tennessee, bordered by trees and shielded from the modern world, sits Silverdale Confederate Cemetery. It's small, unassuming, and easily overlooked. Yet, within its boundaries rests a story that reflects the hardship, loss, and human cost of the Civil War. This cemetery is the final resting place of approximately 150 Confederate soldiers, men who served during one of the most turbulent periods in American history. Unlike the soldiers remembered on famous battlefields of combat, most of the men buried here did not die amid cannon fire or cavalry charges. Instead, they died slowly, often painfully, from disease, infection, and wounds suffered far from the front lines. During the early 1860s, Chattanooga, Tennessee was a vital strategic hub. Railroads converged there, supply lines crossed through the city, and thousands of soldiers moved in and out of the region. Camps sprang up almost overnight, and the hospitals, many little more than makeshift facilities, struggled to treat the wounded and sick. Medical knowledge at the time was limited. Antibiotics did not exist. Simple infections became deadly. Fevers swept through the crowded camps. Dysentery, pneumonia, and typhoid claimed countless lives. For many soldiers, survival depended less on bravery than on luck. Those who died here were buried nearby, often quickly, with simple wooden markers bearing their names and units. These markers were never meant to last. As the war ended, the nation attempted to rebuild. Silverdale, like many small burial grounds, was gradually forgotten. Families moved away, veterans passed on, wooden headboards rotted, and fences fell into disrepair. By the late 19th century, the cemetery had become overgrown. Names vanished, records were incomplete, and what remained were rows of silent graves, most unidentified, their stories known only to history. In the early 20th century, local citizens and veterans began to recognize the importance of preserving this place. They understood that history, if neglected, would disappear entirely. Through community efforts, the land was secured, stone walls were built, an entrance arch was erected, memorial markers were installed, not to glorify war, but to acknowledge sacrifice and ensure these men would not be erased from memory. Silverdale Confederate Cemetery is not a battlefield. There are no dramatic elevations, no preserved trenches, no lines drawn on maps. Its power lies in its simplicity. It reminds us that war does not end when the battles conclude. The consequences linger in hospitals, in families, and in quiet burial grounds like this one. Today, visitors come here for many reasons, not unlike myself. Some seek historical understanding, some come to pay respects, others simply stumble upon it and pause, struck by the stillness. What unites them is the experience of reflection. In this space, time slows. The noise of the present fades, and the weight of the past becomes tangible. Silverdale Confederate Cemetery stands as a reminder, not of victory or defeat, which side won, which side lost, but of humanity. It reminds us of the cost borne by individuals during the nation's struggle with itself, of lives ended not by glory, but by circumstance. Here, beneath the trees and the stone, history speaks quietly. It asks us not to forget. It asks us to remember with honesty. And it asks us to learn. Both.
Well, as you can tell, that it's quite a nice little piece of property. The only markers other than the Order of the Southern Cross marker are right up here up front. Thank you for going on this short walk with me. I hope you enjoyed just a little peek in the small places. If you go online and just Google historic cemeteries near me, a lot of times you'll get quite a few within, a reasonable driving distance. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to do my best to, instead of making the longer videos, I'm going to try to do my best and get more of the shorter ones out. That way we can continue to grow the channel, continue to provide information to you, and hopefully you'll enjoy these small trips as much as I do. Thank you very much for watching. You have a blessed one, and we'll see you on our next walk.